An airline is grounded. It could affect your holiday travel plans. The story at 11.
Juice goes on the record and squeezes onto the charts, but could things get rosier?
Tammy Wynette's man stands by her. Grace and courage in the face of death.
Still here. Plus, Marsha Mason in drag and a fifth of Beethoven. This is Entertainment Tonight for Friday, December 16th, 1994.
Wow, there's a classy opening, huh?
Boy, I should say so.
Yeah, thanks for joining us here, closing out your week with us here at Entertainment Tonight. John Tesh continues his vacation. I'm Bob Golan, filling in.
And I am Mary Hart. One was a dazzling running back, the other a giant defensive lineman, both among pro football's all-time best. Now the giant is a clergyman, the runner is the defendant in a double murder trial, and their paths have crossed again.
I told him I knew exactly what he was going through when it seemed like everything is crumbled around you and you had nowhere to turn.
His testimony about a jailhouse conversation he had with O.J. last month is now at the center of courtroom debate. But for Rosie Greer, it's just the latest chapter of a lifetime in the public eye. 26 years ago, he was at Bobby Kennedy's side moments before the young senator was assassinated in Los Angeles. And in an interview in 1992, Rosie told us how it changed his life.
It had an incredible effect upon my life when he was assassinated. Because there I was, put all my hopes and my dreams in this one man to bring us through, and still, at that moment, he was gone away.
Rosie went on to become a successful celebrity and businessman, but years later, after a divorce, he sank into a deep depression.
I was desperate. I mean, I had been sitting in my room for like 3 or 4 days with the drapes drawn and crying.
In time, Rosie got help from his church and went on to become an ordained minister. Now, however, Rosie's the one helping O.J. as his minister and spiritual confidant. Greer's former teammate Deacon Jones told us it's in Rosie's nature.
He's always been a very, very sensitive person, very caring person, and I know in this particular situation, that's exactly what his motivation is.
And Jones, now a sportscaster with KMPC Radio in Los Angeles, says that if anyone can handle being in the eye of the storm right now, it's Rosie.
This thing is equivalent to the Robert Kennedy assassination attempt, and Rosie was all wrapped up in that. He helped capture the guy, so therefore he knows about this type of publicity.
Let's start with the Kevin and Bean album, No Toys for O.J. Let's start talking about that.
Meanwhile, here's the cassette all Los Angeles wants with the title you can't believe. It's No Toys for O.J., a comedy and music collection from the KROQ morning team of Kevin and Bean.
At number 2, No Toys for O.J., with 41,000 sold in Los Angeles alone.
This cassette, which is available only in Southern California, sold 25,000 copies in just one day. Far better than the new Beatles and Kenny G albums. That offbeat title and cover art make the difference.
You know, the Ford White Bronco and the Santa Claus in the back seat with a gun to his head, you go, wow, this is something I need to check out.
At least look at it. Yes, at least I've got to look at this factory.
Certainly O.J., is interesting to everybody, so it's not hurting sales, I'll tell you that.
Thanks to you fine K-Rock listeners, raised almost $50,000 for charity and kick Kenny G's ass in the meantime.
That's all we care about.
The cassette rocks with some updated Christmas tunes from the likes of Geraldo Rivera.
Transvestites, pedophiles, and girls for hire. Sex slaves, strippers, pimps, and hoes.
But supermodel Cindy Crawford's oral contribution made jingle the most bells.
I will now suck on this candy cane for 1 minute.
I'm sure down in jail, O.J. is listening to the tape right now as we speak and just laughing, having a good old laugh at it.
And happy holidays to you.
Merry Christmas.
So you might find it moderately offensive, but you should know proceeds from cassette sales will go to the Starlight Foundation, which grants wishes of seriously ill children. And you should also know that those disc jockeys sort of work for O.J. Simpson, who happens to sit on the radio station's corporate board of directors.
Well, she's only 5'3", but don't mess with her. She is tougher than nails, and boy, can she sing. Tammy Wynette has come back from the brink of death to take her music on the road and better than ever. Still standing by husband and manager George Ritchie, Tammy Wynette has a lot to cheer about. Busy with television appearances, concert tour dates, and an album release, it's hard to believe that just 1 year ago, she spent 5 days in a coma and was given only a 30% chance of living. She was suffering from a bile duct infection in her liver, and toxins were poisoning her bloodstream.
I remember no pain, no fear, no anything. I felt like I was just floating somewhere. I didn't have an out-of-body experience, but I definitely had a near-death experience.
With surgery and massive doses of antibiotics, she slowly began to recover.
I couldn't believe the pieces of mail that I got in the hospital when I was so sick last year. And the best thing that came from it was I quit smoking.
Every game you play,
Every night you stay, I'll be watching you.
Tammy, seen here with Sting, has a new album out titled Without Walls. It features duets with a variety of artists like Aaron Neville, Lyle Lovett, and Winona. Winona couldn't believe it when Tammy herself called up to ask if they could sing together.
It's not every day you get a call from Tammy Wynette and saying, would you like to sing with me? You know? That doesn't happen every day, folks. But dreams come true.
Dreams have come true for Tammy as well, with good health, a busy career, and a renewed gratitude for loved ones.
My family means so much to me because I want to be with them and spend time with them, and I think somebody let me do that for a little while longer. And I don't know what I'm supposed to do, but I'm sure glad to have the chance to do it again.
Tammy is going to say goodbye to 1994 with a New Year's Eve show at Cactus Pete's in Jackpot, Nevada. She's going to kick off her 1995 tour with a performance in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on January 14th.
Television's highlights and lowlights of 94 are drawing cheers and jeers as the year draws to a close. The good, bad, and the sometimes ugly lead off today's edition of the E.T. Gazette.
Freedom's just another word. There ain't nothing left to lose.
Dan Rather's air guitar is given a thumbs up in the TV Guide Cheers and Jeers issue. The magazine reveals their whiners, weirdos, and winners to the Gazette. Among the losers, Woodstock 94. Madonna and Dave are named the year's fun couple, but Michael and Lisa Marie's MTV Kiss gets a big razz.
It was so stiff. It was so uncomfortable, especially for Lisa Marie. So it's sort of a jeer to whoever put them up to that for making us think that this was a real kiss.
Madonna also takes a bow for being among this year's cover kings. But enough about her in this issue of the Gazette. Jackie O's untimely death sparked the best newsstand sales for New York, Time, and Newsweek. The ever-popular Tom Cruise was Vanity Fair's best newsstand seller, but David Copperfield and Claudia Schiffer were a dud for Esquire. And Us magazine bombed with Whoopi Goldberg on the cover.
Next up, Gina Davis, Down and Dirty and Climbing Cliffs.
Then speed freak Marsha Mason puts the pedal to the metal.
And later, the mystery of the classical Casanova.
Disselfink. The Disselfink is a filter that purifies Amazon River water.
A Disselfink is a stylized bird found in Pennsylvania Dutch art.
Balderdash, the game where you don't have to know the definitions of real words.
Play Balderdash. It's a definition of a good time.
Still going. Long-lasting Energizer batteries keep going.
Coming up, no peg legs, no eye patches or Captain Hooks, just plenty of swashbuckling Gina style.
For all the men in your life who are dedicated to the pursuit of pleasure, no guest plays better than a new pair of jeans. And this week only at Sears, our entire stock of men's jeans and denim shirts are all on sale. All Lee's, all Roebucks, all Levi's, all on sale. And Levi's Stonewash 550s are only $26.99 this week at Sears. Where wishes come home for the holidays.
Here's some more holiday do's and don'ts from Emporium. Don't hang the mistletoe over the cat box. Don't eat all the Christmas cookies yourself. And don't wonder if your gift will be fitting. Because one of the best parts of Christmas is shopping at Emporium, where hassle-free returns are part of the package. Emporium. Do come in. You'll be glad you did.
A special meal for a special time of year. No matter what you're planning to serve, Safeway can help you make it the best it can be. You'll find 20 different hams, 26 roasts,
game hens, 14 kinds of turkeys, along with capons and goose. In other words, Safeway's meat department has everything you need to prepare a fabulous feast for your family. Happy holidays from all of us at Safeway.
Once upon a Christmas Mary, two strangers met who were quite contrary.
I'm trying to help you.
I don't want help. I want a cappuccino.
He's from the bank and quite a louse. He's come to take away her house.
This house is ours for a few more days at least.
Yet 'tis the time for mending fences.
Let's say just stuck here until the plow comes through.
Falling in love.
I just like to pretend that nothing happened.
Nothing did happen.
And dropping defenses.
Give me my pants and I'll go.
Don't go.
Olivia Newton-John and Gregory Harrison, Christmas Romance, Sunday.
Did you just snort? No. Yes, you did. You laughed and then you snorted.
Gina Davis is known for romantic comedy movies like the upcoming Speechless with Michael Keaton. So what is she doing hanging from a rope hundreds of feet over rocks on the island of Malta?
Action.
Welcome to an exclusive first look at Cutthroat Island, an epic action adventure starring Gina as a female pirate. She's been shipwrecked and been through many fights and falls, so she looks messy, but she's still enthusiastic.
Every day has been like this. It's really incredible. I didn't really know what to expect, but it's really something. Every day is a new challenge. If I'm not underwater in some sequence, I'm hanging from something or falling through something.
Gina's husband, Rennie Harlan, is directing the movie and making his wife do all her own physical scenes.
She's done all her stunts, whether it's jumping off places or climbing up places or doing big, long, complicated sword fights or driving a four-horse carriage. She wants to do it all, and she can do it all, and it looks believable.
Co-starring with Gina is Matthew Modine, who's had his share of scrapes on the set.
So far in this film, I've gotten 3 stitches in the back of my head. I'm almost drowned in the tank, and I got hit in the head with a barrel. It came flying in my head from an explosion. But I'm still alive, still kicking.
Gina says that physical exhaustion aside, she hopes this tale of a female pirate captain is inspirational.
If girls see it and young girls can have pirate fantasies, because I never really did when I was a kid. I had other, cowboy and Indian things and stuff, but I never really had that thing that I think a lot of boys have of like, I want to be a pirate someday. And I think it would be fun if young girls liked the movie and thought it would be fun to be a pirate.
Gina's movie Speechless with Michael Keaton opens today, but you're going to have to wait until next year before Cutthroat Island hits the theaters.
If actress Marsha Mason ever offers to take you for a ride, you better strap yourself in and put on that helmet. One thing is for certain, Mason is addicted to speed. When we heard about Marsha Mason and his strange interest in cars, we just had to check it out for ourselves. I mean, come on, we're talking about an accomplished actress in both theater and films here. Turns out that when Marsha isn't busy acting, she's out racing a modified Mazda RX-7 against other drivers. She says she caught this need for speed from another actor-turned-racer she met a few years ago.
I ran into Paul Newman and he told me about he was going out to race, so I started to follow him around a lot, and then he told me about these schools that I could take, so I took those. Now I'm in an RX-7. It's not so different than, stepping out on a stage and doing a 3-act play, really. You get yourself focused and centered. You have certain goals for yourself. I sit in the car and sort of mentally go through the track. These cars are extremely safe. I think it's more dangerous driving on the freeways in L.A.
On this day, Marsha was up against some pretty good drivers from across the country. She was doing well in the race until...
You're not supposed to hear that. It's just one of those things. But I felt good up until then. People were crashing in front of me, and I was getting out of the way. But not good enough. So it's racing.
And better luck next time, Marcia. Paul Newman, the man who inspired her love affair with racing, tells E.T., quote, "She may look like an angel, but she has the guts of a gorilla."
Success in Hollywood sometimes depends on a little tightrope walking and flying by the seat of one's pants, literally. Take a look now as a galaxy of celebrities risk it all for Circus of the Stars in tonight's coming attractions.